everyone and happy new year. So I know this video is a bit late, it's just because I've had so much pre-filming over the Christmas holidays, but I thought I would let you know what my favourite products were from 2019. So we'll go all the way from base to the rest of my makeup. I don't have anything else other than makeup to talk about in this video, maybe a few bits of jewellery. So yeah, let's just get straight into this, and we're going to start off with my NYX Honey Dew Me Up primer. There is literally nothing in this bottle, but Superdrugs had this like little gift set with one of these in for like $7.99, and I've ordered that and I can't wait for that to come through because this is like £15. Now I got this on offer at IMATS this year and I've used it all up. It is my favourite. There's like little gold flecks in there, but you probably can't see. It's clear. It is so good because my skin can be really dry. So yeah, this is amazing and I would recommend this to anyone. Like, I know it's £15, but you can always find it in an offer. Then I don't think this is any surprise because if you've watched my videos before, you would have seen me speaking about the Conceal and Define in summertime. This was one of my favourite foundations. But then I always come back to my L'Oreal True Match. It is just my favourite all-time foundation. Like, you can't beat it. There's so many different undertones. At the moment I'm using 2W, so I'm a little bit more warm but just very pale. So it has the best undertones ever. I know like the Conceal and Define does, but I find some of the yellow undertones can be a bit more orange on the orange side, so I always end up coming back to the L'Oreal True Match. I can't fault it. It's not like a complete full coverage foundation because the Conceal and Define is. It's more of like your light to medium, very buildable foundation. But as well, they changed the formula this year so that it improves your skin while wearing it, and I never really end up with any spots or blemishes on my face from this. I only end up with spots from eating bad. But this is $9.99 and this is, I want to say, the same price. So in the Revolution one you get 23 mils and in the L'Oreal one you get 30. So even though this box is bigger, the bottle it's really nice, like glass, a big doe foot applicator. I love the applicator. I know some people don't, and this is just a pump. There is more product in the L'Oreal one, and this usually lasts me about 6 months. I usually only go through 2 of these a year. That was my favourite foundation. Now for concealer, again, you're probably not going to be too shocked. So at the beginning of the year I was using, because it was so hyped up, the Conceal and Define in C1, but I found that it really creases under my eyes, and everything usually does, but this just creases that little bit more for me. So then I went back to my trusty Collection Lasting Perfection in the shade 1 Fair. I've even got extra fair, which is in 0, and I love it. It does run out quite quickly. And this is the super size concealer, but if you get the smaller one, it runs out quite quickly again. Like, I use it within a few weeks, but I have so many of these that it doesn't matter if it runs out quite quickly. And the applicator, I wish they'd improve the applicator because it's tiny, you barely get any product out on it. So sometimes I have to actually take the little, like, the sifter out. Whereas this, you get so much product on your doe foot, like, so yeah. But this is $3.99 and this is £7, and for $3.99 you get 6.5 mil, and for £7 you get 13 grams. I don't know what that is, but convert it yourself. But yeah, this, my all-time favourites. I've gone from this to this again. Now for powder, again, different parts of the year. Beginning, I was using my Stay Matte powder in the shade Translucent because I feel like it gives you a bit of coverage but doesn't alter the colour of your foundation as much. This does give it a bit of a yellow tinge. Sorry, I thought I saw something flying. It does give you a bit of a tinge to your skin because I do like having a bit of like a warm undertone. But then I came back to my L'Oreal True Match powder in the shade 3W. Amazing. Like, I love this powder. I've got a backup in my drawer already. I've got a backup, this is my backup of the Stay Matte, and I've got one in my drawer that's being used, but I always go between the two powders. They're my fave, and I've never found a powder better. Like, I've tried all types of powders and I always come back to these two. Then we're going to move on to bronzer. So I have two favourite bronzers. I have one of your drugstore affordable ones, and then I have a high-end one. And the drugstore one that I have is the MUA Bronze Perfection Matte Bronzer, and I love this bronzer. It's so good for pale, oh, I can't open it, pale girls. Now there is a lot more out there for really pale people, but this I find just blends in really well, and it's only what, like £3-4 from MUA. And then I have the Hoola, normal Hoola bronzer, which is like £24. It's a little bit darker, so it gives me a bit more of like a defined face, but I don't use contour, I just use bronzers. I find like contours just make me look a bit muddy, and if I over bronze I can look a bit muddy here, so I do love a good bronzer. I'm not really a contour type of person anymore. I'm kind of doing this in order of how I do my makeup, so yeah. The next thing is blush, and again I have an affordable option, which is my Amaretto blush by Primark, and this is just a lovely peach pale shade, and it doesn't add too much colour because some people don't like blush, whereas so this is an amazing one just to really blend in your highlight and your bronzer or your contour. So I love this, and it's £1.50. You really cannot go wrong with Primark £1.50 blushes, and there's still like, they keep them the full collection there. And then I've got a more higher end one, again a box blush by Benefit, and this is the Rockateur blush, and I've actually hit pan. I don't want this to finish, but then I do because I want it to be like, wow, I've actually finished the product. But I love this blush. I've had it for like 2-3 years, but it's only been this year that I've really been wearing it. And at first I was like, oh, I don't really see it on my skin, but you can. So I'm wearing all of this today, like the Rockateur blush, the Hoola bronzer, I'm wearing that, my True Match foundation, my Lasting Perfection concealer, all the stuff that I said I like the end of the year is what is on my face right now. Then for eyebrows, I used to love the Revolution pomade, but then it dries up so quick, and I just stopped buying it. Because then I kept buying it because it was drying out, and I was just thinking, no, there's no point in buying it just because it dries out. So then I thought, let me try something different. It's smaller, it's one of the collection instant brow pomades. It is tiny, but I've been using this all year, and I've barely made, well, I've made a big dent in it, but not as big as I would expect. And it's in the shade Dark Brunette, and it's kind of like a lighter colour, but it's brilliant for filling in my brows, and it's really good at like defining underneath, and I love it. Like, again, I love all these products. And then the next thing that I used, I probably should get a new one of, is the MUA Lash and Brow Clear Mascara. Well, it's called Clear Gel Mascara, and it's literally like, I can actually scrape out the edges. It's nearly finished. But I usually like, I've changed how I do my eyebrows. I use this to kind of shape it out a bit, then I fill them in, and then I go back over this just to make sure that it's all in place. And I love my eyebrows. I love this product. Then for mascara, so I've loved two, but one of them is obviously dried out and I had to chuck in a bin, and that was the Benefit Bad Girl Bang Mascara. All-time favourite mascara ever. But then I found this one, and I found this, I always remember Soph Does Nails, who's now called Soph Does Life, always saying that she really likes the Collection Lash Surge mascara. And I thought, oh, let me try it, because I don't really want to spend 30 quid on a new mascara, or 20 quid. And it is so good. So the wand, there's really like thin spaces between each like bristle. Love it. And it's really good for the corner lashes as well. And I think, again, it's like £2.99 or £3.99. It's really affordable. Then for eyeshadow, I have used a few palettes this year, but whenever I want something quick, easy, very like quick, like I say, quick and easy to use, I go to my Berry palette by Beauty Bay. An amazing palette. I think these are like £10 if that, and they're always on offer. This is the Berry 16 colour palette. It has a nice mirror and then all these shades, and I always use all the mattes because there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I use about 4 of these mattes, and then these colours, the shimmers in the Beauty Bay palettes are amazing, and they're very easy to use. They crumble a bit when you like put your brush in there, but if you use your finger they're quite good. But you can get like such a quick easy look out of this, and everyone always says like the berry tones really suit me, and when I use this I really love it, and it stays on all day while I'm at work. It's one of my favourite all-time palettes to just go to, and I would suggest if you're going to pick up one thing from this video, pick up this. Now I'm at my favourite part of the video, which is highlight and lips. At the beginning of the year in summer when I was a bit more tanned, I was really enjoying the Mega Honey highlighter. An amazing highlighter, like, and even now I will use it as I'm not that tan. Like, I love a good gold highlighter, and this is by Obsession Makeup, and I think it's like $4.99. The best highlighter you can buy. And then at the end of the year, Radii did a, I picked up the shadow palette. She did a collaboration, and her highlight palette, it's in like a case like this. I love it. I use one of the highlights all the time. Again, it's a gold shade, and I will insert a little clip of it in a second. But yeah, favourite highlighter. Then before I do my lips, I recently found, well, about 6 months ago, that Lush had come out with a new lip scrub in cookie dough. This is so nice. It's very vanilla-y, an amazing lip scrub. Like, I love their lip scrubs, and I usually need it because my lips can get quite dry quite quickly. And then for lip liners, I've been loving the Glory Lip Liner by Revolution, which is like a nice deep brown colour. And then for my nude lips, I love Soar, which, look how small that is, by MAC, which is this colour here. Favourite lip liners ever. Like, if you want that 90s lip, go for Glory. If you don't, go for Soar. And then the lipstick that I always use is 169 by Barry M, which is the best nude for my skin tone. And then for lip gloss, I've been really enjoying the Fenty Bomb lip gloss in the shade Fenty Glow, which is just this shade here. It's not sticky. I love it. It's an amazing lip gloss. So yeah, those are all my favourites. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all your support throughout the last few months. It has been incredible. So like this video and subscribe down below, and I will see you soon for a new video. And again, Happy New Year guys. Bye.